everybody, welcome to Stamping with Melva. I'm Melva Peters and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in British Columbia, Canada. And you can find me online at stampingwithmelva.com. It's Thursday night and tonight I'm here with a mystery challenge for you. Every other Thursday night it's a mystery challenge and then the alternating Thursdays is a technique. So tonight, the mystery, I posted the clue, I don't know, about 9:30 this morning or so. And it's to make a project using three colors: soft suede, Pacific Point, and soft suede, Pacific Point, and so saffron. Hey, Catherine. I love these combinations of colors, although I have to admit Pacific Point is not a color that I use a lot of. But it will go so nicely with soft suede and so saffron. So that's the challenge for you. Hopefully you've pulled out your products and you're all set to go. Don't forget to share your cards on my Facebook group or on page, or actually on my group. Don't think you can share on my page, but on my group. And every month I do a draw for some happy mail from those who have shared some projects over the month. Hey, Dawn. Hey, Tim. How are you? Okay, so let me switch over to my desktop and I'll show you what I'm going to use. Yes, I know it is a tongue twister. I'm not sure. Okay, so here's the color combination. Love these colors together. I'm a sucker for blue and brown together, but then adding just this lovely soft yellow is quite lovely. Okay, so what am I going to use tonight? I have pulled out a blast from the past. So this is the Brewed for You stamp set. Now, there is a bundle that goes with this. There is dies. I'm not using them tonight. I'm going to challenge myself to just make a card using the stamp set and using these colors. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so I decided I was going to use Pacific Point for my card base. Definitely going to be a masculine card. So this is cut 4 1/4 by 11. So I'll score that at 5.5. And as always, fold into the raised line and use your bone folder. Hey, Nancy, welcome. All right. So then I've got a piece of soft. Oh, I'm all over tonight. Okay, Pacific Point So Saffron. That's going to be the first layer on my card. So I'm going to put this down now. So this is cut 4 inches by 5 1/4. It's kind of your standard first layer. Okay, now I've got a piece of basic white and I cut this one 3 3/4 by 5. So this is going to be my first layer. So this is the one I'm going to do some stamping on. So I decided, hey Felicia, well Felicia, my brace is off. I haven't officially been told to remove it, but I'm trying to do a few things. I see the doctor tomorrow. Oh, and then I got so saffron on my fingers. Okay, not so saffron. I am really, it's soft suede. Okay, let's turn it over. Okay. Where shall I put this? Where shall I put this? Right in the middle. Okay, so there is 2-step stamping. So I'm going to stamp the middle with So Saffron. Yes, I don't have that on. I am trying to do things without it a little bit. I see the doctor tomorrow, so we'll see what he has to say about it. Okay, I'm going to stamp off because that's awfully bright for my beer. It's definitely an ale. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some crumb cake on top of it using my blends just to do some coloring, just to tone it down and make it not quite. I'm a dark beer lover, so I'm just going to kind of go in. I've been doing some stamping today and some coloring with my blends, and I've noticed I've got quite a few that are almost ready to be replaced, including this one. Okay. My goodness, yep, this is definitely going to have to be replaced. Let's go in. I've got my So Saffron. Oh, got it right. Blends as well. That's the dark one. Let's go in with the light one. It's definitely still ale-like. My husband's oh, and now it's going to be a dark beer. This is my beer. My husband's a light beer drinker in my family, and I'm the dark beer drinker. All right. Definitely got a lot of marker on this now. Okay. This glass is very full with beer, which is the way I like it. There we go. All right, we've got some beer. Hey, Betty. Let's get some of these closed up. That may be part of the reason why my blends are... Okay, so I've got my beer. Now what I want to do is I want to stamp some foam on the top of my beer, and I'm going to do that in soft suede like this. Isn't that cute? Just love that. But what I'm going to do is, this is the white frayed ribbon that is available as one of the celebration items. So I'm just going to cut, I don't know, that's probably about 10 inches. So you can get this for free. Actually, I think it's 2 rolls of it for free at the moment until the end of February for celebration. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, what I want to do is, don't cut it. I'm just going to take and start fraying off. Actually, what I want to do is use this. I am going to cut this. Sorry, I'm confusing everyone here tonight. One of these days I have to buy some new ribbon scissors. I'm going to cut this off. I want to make something that looks like foam from ribbon. So I'm going to try and just pull some of this. Seeing all these little bits. Hey, Monica. This ribbon is amazing ribbon. I love it. I love to kind of deconstruct the ribbon. Can you see all the little bits that I'm getting from this ribbon? It's great. You can fray it. You can color it. But what I want to do is use it to create some foam for the top of my beer. So take your piercing tool and just kind of pull if it doesn't behave. Sometimes it kind of gets caught. So I'm just kind of pulling on it. There we go. It frays so nicely. And I was going to do some of this before I came on, but thought I'd show you that this can be done. And I'm going to cut it because I think I don't need all of this. I think I have probably enough in this little strip of about, what, 5 inches or 6 inches. All right, so let's take this. See, I might not even need that. Let's try. And I'm trying to see which looks best. If I just kind of scrunch up some of this. On top of my beer. Will that look like foam? Kind of does. All right, let's try that. So I'm going to take and just put some glue, liquid glue. You could use your Stampin' Seal as well, but we're just going to kind of take some of this and just kind of crunch it up on top. I might need some more glue. Press it down. It's going to be lots of kind of foam. And now I got glue on my fingers, and you all know how much I love to get glue on my fingers. I'm going to do some trimming. I'm going to give this foam a haircut when I kind of get it into position. This is hairy foam. All right. We're going to let that sit for a minute, and then I will take my scissors and do some trimming for it. Okay, so while that's kind of working, I am going to take, I thought I had the sentiment out. I'm going to use the sentiment that says, I owe you one or several, because that's kind of the joke in my family with my husband. When I say to him, can you help me with this? And he says, you owe me a beer. So I'm going to stamp this. I've already gone ahead and cut out using the double oval punch. So I've cut out a scallop in stuff sticking to me, in Pacific Point, and then the smaller one in So Saffron. I'm going to get that right yet. So I'm just going to take and cut this. Talk about deconstructing. I did that with my ribbon. So I'm going to kind of deconstruct my sentiment. So I'm going to cut it small enough, and they're just kind of going to go across those two ovals. Not worrying too much about how straight or crooked the pieces are. Having a hard time. Yeah, get used to having a brace on, and it's hard to hang on to things. I don't have a lot of strength in my wrist at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to take and use some dimensionals on the back of this. And then we'll put the So Saffron, got it right, onto that. Oops, there we go. And then I'm going to just take this. Isn't going to all fit, so I'm just kind of putting a little bit of ribbon or a little bit of glue on. Oops, let's get it in the right order here. Should say I owe you one, and then put or several. There we go. Okay, so let's see about this. Let's give it a haircut and see if we need to add some more somewhere. Just kind of trimming it off. I don't know. Does it look like some It's the foam that goes, you get on the beer, the head of the beer. Hopefully it does. I'm pretending it does. So I put some more glue there. Just wrapping this like that. Anyway, this ribbon is amazing. You can use it. It doesn't tie a bow. I can't say you can use it really very well for a bow, but you can absolutely use it and kind of fray it. And I've done some cards in the past where I've frayed the ribbon. Have you ever had a card where you think, well, this is a great idea, and then as you're working on it, especially live, you realize that maybe this wasn't such a good idea? Especially when you get glue all over your fingers and you can't. And I should have had a baby wipe because now I've got glue. And okay, we're going to let this sit for a minute as I quickly go and see if I can find myself a baby wipe to clean my fingers. All right, baby wipe, clean the fingers. There we go. Okay, well, that's kind of glue settling. I'm going to glue it on the back of my card base. As I said, this is going to be a pretty plain card because my focus is on just the beer and the sentiment. And once this is kind of dried, I will take it and do a haircut on the foam, or because I just can't get my sticky fingers to stop. You need lamb's wool. Oh, maybe. Anyway, you get the idea. We'll trim this up and give it a haircut. So maybe it'll look a little bit more like foam. It's kind of hairy foam. But, it's worth a try to, try and make different things out of what we have. Can only fail. Like maybe this card. There we go. Okay, where's my sentiment? There's my sentiment. There we go. We're going to put the sentiment on. I'm going to use dimensionals. And one more in the middle so it doesn't sag. I'll put that on there. And now these are the milky dots. These are the adhesive back milky dots that are part of the Regency Park suite, but I thought they kind of went with the color combinations. So there's the gold, and there's ones they're kind of night of navy, but they almost they pick up the blue from the Pacific Point. And then I have one more piece. I also cut this one. This is the inside of the card. I also cut it 3 3/4 by 5. So I think I'm just going to take and stamp the beer stein again in the inside and stamp it with some beer in it. Partly full beer. There we go. That will be the inside of the card. And at some point in time, I'll get rid of all these fluffy bits of ribbon. Off my fingers. So if you normally my inside of my card is 4 inches by 5 1/4, but this was 3 3/4 by 5. So you see a little bit more of the Pacific point. Okay, I don't know. You can tell me. Maybe it doesn't look like the foam, but maybe if I actually, you know, once it's had its hair cut and I trim it, it'll look a little bit more like foam. So we'll see what it turns out like. But you get the idea. So play with your ribbon. Like I said, this one is great for fraying and making it look a little bit different across a card. I wouldn't say that you can tie a bow easily with it, but it's really pretty. Thursday card, yes. Maybe that's what I needed, Catherine. So there you go. That's my color, my choice for a color combination of Pacific Point, soft suede, and So Saffron, and I'll get it right finally at the end of this. No more brace. No. Yeah, I'm hoping tomorrow that the brace will be gone. It is still sore, but it is definitely improving. So that's good news. We'll see what the doctor has to say tomorrow. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me tonight. Now, I will be live again on Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific, and then on Sunday at 12 noon Pacific. So I hope you'll join me for those lives. All right, everybody. Have a great evening. Happy stamping. Bye.